So here is my slide. I hope this is visible to all. So today we're gonna discuss very important thing, that why to do research. Basically, research, we all have understood that research is all about finding a solution to a particular problem, and not only finding out solution to a problem, but also sometime to understand the main cause, main problem, main issues. So before you go for solving a particular problem, you should have such kind of a managerial skills. Like, suppose you want to take a decision, on what basis you will take decision. So you should have some kind of premises. You should have some kind of justification. So justification comes from uh, your understanding of a particular phenomena, particular logic, and particular argument. And with the help of research, you can defend your argument. So that is the one motto. So, what kind of argument, what kind of premises, what kind of concept you need to defend? Here you can see that research would be, as I mentioned, it's not only about providing solution, but sometimes we don't understand what is the exact actual problem. So that problem, if you're not able to figure out, then how you will find out the solution? The other kind of research could be that we need to understand that what kind of uh, what do you call process. So that would be a process oriented. So process here play a very important role, that we need to figure out that what is the process. So process. So three different ways to understand research. One, to what is the process, what may be the possible process to figure out a solution, and what is the uh, main causes of a particular problem, what are the possible solution, so that you can you know get some kind of idea with the help of research. So here today, we are trying to figure out that how research can help a managerial skills. So we'll have some learning today, very important learning, because whenever you take decisions, there may be a chances of error. There may be a chances that you don't understand that particular problem, you don't understand that particular concept, or maybe overgeneralize a particular concept. So overgeneralization of a concept may be a other problem. So let us see that what we're gonna discuss today, and this would be all about why to do research. Now, before I proceed further, here you can see reading and doing research have always been exciting. I think that that's really interesting. Now we have a currently, if you see around, you have a such kind of environment where you have a lot of opportunity to read, maybe a books, newspaper, magazines, other stuff. And see, resources is there is no dearth of resources. I I can see there is a website where millions of books you can read without any cost. What you need the internet and a passion to read books. So here, reading and doing research have always been exciting. That's we all understand, and it discover new things to learn. That's really great. And whenever you read, whenever you do research, whenever you conduct a research, it helps you to discover new things, and you learn. We all learn with the discovery, and we have a passion to know new things, to discover new things, to go different places, understand people, talk to people, and find out different kind of way to do particular activities. And it is a process of logical thinking. So what is logical thinking? It is based on philosophy sometime, right? Philosophy give you an idea that this logic is more powerful, more what you call more effective and efficient whenever this kind of situation occur. So philosophy help you to understand that logic, but how to create that logic, that is on the basis of some research. You need to conduct a research. So when we develop a logic, you need to talk to people, take their opinion, and develop a consensus that okay, uh, if this is the situation, what should be the solution, what should be the problem, what should be the process. So here you see it is a process of logical thinking and carefully following rules and repeating steps over and again. So that is the beauty of a research, that once you have developed a particular process, some logic, then again and again and again, same thing you will observe, people would be talking about that. And it becomes very difficult to bring changes once you have developed some logic. Um, for example, just think of like I have been following Professor Sendel. He's from Harvard Business Law School, and he has been, he has been working on this philosophy and a logic that what we can't buy with money. So that is something that gave me some kind of opportunity to understand that we have such kind of society, especially in India, that there are a lot of things you can buy with money, but still a lot of things are there which you can't buy with money. So what is the logic why we can't buy something? So that logic is telling, he is exploring, and he talked to people in different country. He can visit, speak to different people, and take their opinion that why we are not able to buy everything. Is it because of religious values? Is it because of customs? Is it because of culture? Or everything is on sale? Everything has got price tag. So there should be some logical reasoning behind that. So in research, that is the beauty, that you develop managerial skills. And what you do with the managerial skills, you try to figure out that how you can minimize the errors. So the research process justify the theory. Theory means a logic, argument, idea with facts. And research yield valuable information and expands understanding. So if you want to understand more and more about a particular phenomena, why this particular phenomena is like this, why not like this. So with the help of research, you can collect valuable information and can understand the particular phenomena. And it is consist of principles, methods, and findings of the research. And together, all these gonna help us in more and more learning. And finally, why we learn, why we are here in the classroom, why we learn different subject, why we study different subject. Main, main goal would be we would be able to take and make decisions. And research help us to understand that what is misjudgment, what is over underestimation, and possible error. So let us see up to what extent you people agree with me that whenever you are about to take decisions, you are afraid of that whether the you have going to take you are going to take a right kind of decision or not. So you are afraid of something, that afraid because of misjudgment. You don't judge that particular phenomena as it should be, and sometime over an underestimation, that oh my god, you predicted something, but it was over prediction, it was underestimation. And very important thing that whenever you are judging or understanding a particular phenomena, errors, chances of errors could be high. So let me see, how many of you feel the way we have been discussing today on why to do research. So, what is the ultimate motto of doing a research? Is it about taking care of your logic, taking care of defending your logic, defending your argument, misjudgment, over underestimation, and errors, or it is expanding your understanding, or maybe justifying the theory idea with the facts. Let me come to you and let me see what is your takeaway. Why to do research? Here you all are. Yeah, tell me, what is your opinion? What do you feel? What do you say? Why to do research? Here you understand one particular dimension, one particular phenomena, that why we need to do research, because we have some chances whenever we make decisions, errors are there. Now my question to all of you, can we minimize the error or can we make error zero? Put remarks in your chat box, everybody, or you can unmute your mic also. Is there any chance to bring down the errors up to negligible or zero amount? Say yes or no in your chat box. Yes. Or you can unmute your mic also. Okay, thank you, Nishchay. Nishchay say no, we cannot make error zero because error remain. Thank you, Shivam. Nishchay say no, Shivam say no. Great. Let me see, a lot of students are here. Approximately 20. Avinash say no. Thank you. Thank you, Avinash. Shivam, can you unmute your mic and tell me why we can't make errors negligible, or why can't we remove error from our decisions? Shivam, unmute your mic. Shivam, 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 Avinash.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Avinash, could you unmute your mic and tell me why we can't, make errors zero? Because always, as we mentioned, that chances of error would be there. Can we make it zero?
Sir, we can't make it zero because research paper is read by on one individual. He may have his biasness towards
Very
any.
good.
He has his own biasness, and that biasness may reflect in his research paper. So
Okay,
that's why.
very good, very good. Thank you, Avinash. Actually, we born and brought up in a particular culture, so we have some limitation that we could have our own understanding, we can have our own perspective, we can have our own bias. So that's why we can't make these, errors. We can't bring it down to up to zero. So always, because we have been talking about human being, we have been talking about a particular phenomena where we talk about people, we see a relationship, we see a association, we see the impact among different variables. So it would be very difficult to say that it would be zero. Thank you very much. Let me see someone else. Nishchay, could you unmute your mic, please?
Yes, sir.
Nishchay, when we take decisions, beside, as Shivam has mentioned, Avinash has mentioned, that biases are there. What are the other issues beside biasness which may leads to errors in our decision making?
There will always be some human error.
Okay, very good. What could be that?
Suppose there has been some distract. Suppose the person doing the research is distracted.
Okay,
That might affect his research.
okay, fine, fine, fine. So very good. So now you can see we have human error. We have so we can't bring it down up to zero. We can't bring it down up to zero level. So let me continue, and I request you all, please say why in your chat box. Let me see if you all are around or you all have disappeared. Right? Why in your chat box, everybody? Because I got three remarks only. Yeah, Sakshi. Manit. Okay, very good, very good. You all are. Thank you very much. Pooja is there. Rijika. Thank you, Abhishek. Great, great, great. Please interact because here we are working together. We are learning together. So I request you all. Okay, Kavish, we can't remove possibility of it, but it can be reduced. Thank you very much, Kavisha. Thank you very much. Okay, Satvik, Nikita is here. Thank you very much. You all are here. So nice of you. So let us continue what we have been talking about. So here you can see, guys, this is the main reason, scientific reason, why to do research. Now let me go ahead and talk to other point. Here you see research also helps in reducing following common errors in decision making. So here we have few errors, uh, and let us see these different concepts. We have halo effect, overgeneralization, selective observation, premature closure, and false consensus. So we will understand these all different common errors in decision making, and that would be really great if we understand that okay, these would be the possible kind of concept which leads or promote errors. So if you understand it, definitely then you will see, as you already have discussed, we already have discussed, that we can't make it zero, but we'll try our best to bring it down as much as possible. So next slide you will see, first is halo effect. This error or effect occurs when we assume the prior reputation of a person. So this generally happens. You might have noticed one thing, that you got some idea that okay, maybe a gender biasness. It could be. It may be a gender reputation, or maybe, for example, just think of uh, um, states in India, right? Some states are not performing well, so you will have some kind of perception, you will have some kind of understanding that, I mean, this would be a kind of prior reputation towards the image of states in India, cities in India, community people. So you develop some kind of prior reputation, you develop some kind of image in your mind when you think of these people, when you think of these places, and or maybe a situation or phenomena, without evaluating them in neutral and equal manner. So as a human being, we always you have some kind of biasness, because we have some kind of a perception. Just think of USA, right? USA, we have a perception. If you talk about people in USA, they people means in USA, whenever they do some business, they say that we are superior, and if they are going to have any relationship with any country, so they have one very conceptual reasoning for that relationship, that what for me, right? So that would be that they need some kind of interest, they need some kind of benefit in that relationship. So now that means when we talk about people in USA, we'll have some kind of understanding that people over there will not have good relationship. They would not be very social people, because for them, profit is important, right? So that kind of perception we have about people in USA. So that is what you develop some kind of reputation about people. So it's so, and for example, assuming the author to be smart and talented, and report would be excellent in case the report is written by a professor from prestigious university. So it's a true phenomena, but it may not be true in all perspective. It may be not true that professor are from maybe are from particular city or particular university, may not have that kind of capability. But we assume that all professor would be uh, will have, and he or she may be from prestigious university, will have excellent case report, right? So that would be what he would be talented and will have such kind of, he will be smart and will have such kind of skills. That is what we presume that, okay, and we have something in mind that, okay, towards this particular community, this society, this country, this nation, this state, this city, we develop a reputation, prior reputation in our mind. That is called halo effect. So because of that, when you take decisions, it may be that you are not able to take the right kind of decision. You are not able to take the right kind of decision. I remember recently one management school, someone has referred my name in one good school, B school, right? And so I received a call from a director that, sir, we want that if you have a time, please teach our student, MD student. So the institute was IBS. So I said, okay, I don't mind. So they say that can we have some discussion online on Zoom? I said, okay, we can discuss. So when I opened my Zoom, I saw that approximately 7, 8 people were there, and they were there to take my interview. So I was wondering, oh my God. So it is something weird that when people are approaching you, that would you like to deliver a few lectures, and then they ask you to take. So I had a perception that, okay, they are inviting me. But when you talk about good schools, IIMs and other these institutions, yeah, when they invite guest faculty, they have a process, a particular process you have to follow, you have to go through. Then they ask a lot of questions, right? So I said, okay. And at the end, they say that, okay, this much money we're gonna pay. So in general, so I said, I'm not interested in money. But for me, the important thing would be that I would be discussing with executive, because in these classes, a lot of people, those got a 10-year, 12-year, 15-year experience, they come because they understand the business, they understand market. So it would be really great to have a lot of learning, a lot of discussion. So my motto was something else. Their motto was something else. So here you have some prior reputation in your mind. Uh, so it's very difficult to overcome from that understanding, overcome from that, uh, what you call, you have some thinking in your mind towards a particular phenomena. So that is called halo effect. Second, you can see everybody. I hope this is visible to all of you. Over generalization. Tell me, is it visible, everybody?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great, great. So first is halo effect. Second is overgeneralization. This includes generalizing a small amount of evidence to a broader situation and justifying the situation on the basis of some believable evidence, data, and empirical observation. It is basically generalized from the known to the unknown. So this generally happens. Suppose I remember in 2019 when COVID came and we started our teaching and learning on Zoom and other platform. So I made a research among 100 professors in the university, and I had taken a sample of approximately 200 students also. So it was just starting of COVID-19 and starting of online teaching and learning. So I journal, and so I took a very small amount of evidence, small amount of reflection from professor and student of the university, and I was trying to justify it that it's not a good, to have discussion online because people are not able to learn. So on the basis of small amounts, small evidence, small data, small empirical observation, I was proposing something which would be a generalized, right? But it was not so, right? Or maybe on the basis of some idea that, okay, generally what happens, what we do, suppose uh, you cook rice. How do you know that you have cooked the rice? Rice is okay, now you can eat it. So what you do, you take a one or two, right, sample of their rice, right? Or for example, you want to check the quality of a product. You will taste all the ice cream, all the products? No. You randomly select one or two, and then you see that okay, this one or two sample is perfect, then the whole lot would be okay. So here, sometime it happens that on the basis of small information, small understanding of particular evidence, you generalize it and you feel all would be like this. It may not be necessary that okay, everything would be like this. For example, if a teacher knows five students who are from English medium and they are very talented and sharp, can we conclude on the basis of five students that all students who are from English medium are talented and sharp? Right? So with small evidence, small amount of evidence, small empirical study, small data, right? You can't generalize it to the, so it would be unknown to the unknown. So this is overgeneralized. So on the first hello affair, it was your assumption, but here on it is on the basis of some evidence. Then we have selective observation. This is another case of error. Selective observations are a bit different from overgeneralization. Most of the time, researchers focus on a particular situations or cases, especially when they fit preconceived ideas and overlook the entire range of cases. They tend to ignore and dismiss contradictory information as an exception. For example, female in rural areas are more hardworking than males. This belief comes from media and other reports too. Without noticing people and situation that reinforce preconceived way of thinking, researcher cannot decide in advance the behavior. So you cannot be selective over here, right? Selective observations are a bit different from overgeneralization because many times researchers focus on a particular situation or cases, and especially when they fit preconceived idea and overlook the entire range of cases. So this is what you have some knowledge, you have some preconceived idea, and that preconceived idea match with the particular phenomena, and then you feel that things would be like this. And whenever there is a contradiction, because generally what happens when you conduct a research, there may be chances that the result would be contradictory. So you feel that contradiction is because that it is exception. So it's not exception, believe me. It depends on what context you are collecting data. It depends on what kind of situations are there. So you must be ready. You should not be subjective. Here the main question is, should you be subjective towards a particular phenomenon, towards a particular idea or a particular solution? No. If exception comes, or critical thinking comes, or contradictory information comes out, you should be ready to accept it. You cannot blame other that okay, this is something. If contradictory information, there is exception. No, it's not exception. It is also a part of learning. It is also a part of phenomena. So that means some transition is taking place. There is a shift in the trends or pattern. So you can't overlook it. If you are overlooking it, then there would be more chances of error, right? Then we come premature closure. This happens when a researcher feels that answer and informations are perfect and there is no need to seek information, listen and raise question. This happens many times, especially like me, that I feel that I know everything and I got a perfect information, no need of any other information. Talk to people, listen to people, and I have my own understanding. But in many cases you need to figure out more, so it's very small information you have. So on the basis of small amount of data or information, the researcher confirm or reject an idea and stops after getting data and jumps to the conclusion. It may be due to the laziness. It happens sometime that okay, mm, you just go and collect, talk to few people only, and then decide that things would be, so it would be a kind of premature closure. And you feel that the collect data, answer, information you have collected is perfect, and I don't need to talk to people now, no more question, don't discuss. So It happens sometime in classroom also, right? So premature closure, because there may be a chance that those who want to speak, they don't have courage, but they may have a good idea or may have a different kind of answer, but they don't speak. So just two or three people, this happens generally in class, that two three people they always speak. So we develop a such kind of environment where this, on the basis of just two or three people, we conclude and we feel that okay, this is the outcome. There may be a chances that we need to listen other also. That's why I always motivate you, I inspire you that please speak out, because when you speak, we may have some, contradictory statement, we may have some different story, and learning actually comes when we have different ideas, different understanding, different phenomena, and we learn together, discuss together. Then we have false consensus. It is a psychological effect in which the researcher is not good at distinguishing between what he personally thinks and what he think most other people believe. So in other words, the person assumes that everyone else think like he or she does. This happens many times, that we develop a such kind of consensus in our mind that I have this feeling, other also would have similar kind of feeling. I know this, other also would be knowing the same thing. I have this knowledge, other would also will have same kind of knowledge. I assume it, other also would assuming in the same manner. So in general, studies suggest that researchers are not very good at judging the thought of people around them. Um, Researchers help in reducing the error of personal experience. So research rules, methods, procedure, and principles are designed to reduce the misjudgment, bias, and distorted thinking that might be limitation to a good research. So these all are somewhere, psychological issues, human issue, human psychology, human understanding, human biasness, right? Maybe on the basis of small data, or maybe you feel something and you feel that other would have similar kind of understanding, or it may be a preconceived notion. So these all are, linked with human behavior, because we have this kind of understanding that because I have been working on this, I know, so my knowledge would be superior. And sometime on the basis of small amount of information, you go from known to unknown. So these are different situation, different phenomena, different perspective where you will see chances of error would be high, chances of error would be high. So let me come back to you, everybody. Now I hope we can discuss further. Just give me 1 minute.